Today, today is a great day it's a war day. Recently, the Germans have figured out that America has a secret base where they're creating their tanks over here. They have this tank here. They're creating tanks over at this place. They're creating tanks here. And that is bad for the Germans, apparently. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Because, well, actually, it is. This is before any big, massive wars have begun within the Germans. And America is getting ready for a war because they have recently got some info that the Germans had been piling up their troops. No one knows how they got this info, but they did. And then when the Germans got the info about this, they started putting all those troops over to this area. Now this area is heavily guarded with its own forest. Yeah, it's a forest. This forest isn't a large forest, but it's a decently sized one. And yeah, the Americans have set up and yeah, let's just start this out. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That was mobile ads and stuff. They immediately got bombed because they suck. They're bringing in troops. The mortars are starting to fire, and the Germans are just coming in with a whole bunch of troops in one place. That is a stupid idea, by the way. When going to war, never put your troops in a formation like this, or else they're just lining themselves up to die. So the Germans just lost all their troops, and now the American troops are coming in to fight. The Germans lost miserably. After that, the Germans decided that they would put a little bit more power. Oops, wrong army. Germans decided that they would put a little bit more firepower in to their attack, and then they took a few days to get more troops in, and then they made themselves their very first tank. They made themselves a tank. Now this tank wasn't really the most powerful. It wasn't made for power. Back over at the Americas, they got that old tank. That one became a newer, more powerful tank. They call it the tank, or Germany got a lot more troops after seeing that insane loss. And they believe that they won't lose again. They put a lot more units in the front. I hate that the forest is deleting itself. And there goes a barricade that's supposed to be there. Yeah. I think maybe I'll put down a few more barricades. Yeah. Just to keep them from going in one straight line. Oh my god, it's impossible. There. After all that troop gain, they already lost a few troops. They're bringing in more troops this time. They're not just gonna go with that bring in all the troops at one point tactic. Well, they're not gonna do it completely. They have more troops on the other side, but America's going in with all it got. All it has. Bringing in everything. The tanks still have not moved yet. I do not know why. Maybe it's because they can't reach each other. Is this seriously that much in the way? Okay. The Germans moved in intensely. They're starting to shoot the tank. Oh, they're... I can't believe one troop is dying. One troop per explosion. Multiple troops should be dying from this. That tank's gonna break. Oh, and now it can't reach them. Okay, I kind of messed up a bit here. There, now the tank can help sooner. The Germans moved in with a massive troops. Well, immediately moved in with the massive troops. Why is this tank not moving? That's kind of weird. The mortars are already bringing in the strikes. Oh, they're killing quite a lot of people. Oh, this massive fight. Oh my god, the Germans are losing a lot of troops. They're just trying to move in and take out as many as possible. Oh, they might actually lose this because their only tank is just sitting around right here. I gotta fix this. Tank ain't moving. Yeah, why ain't it moving? Yeah, and the other tank ain't moving either. What the heck? Oh, there's it's being overlapped. That's what happens. That's what's happening. Okay, one sec. I tried to tell a story and instead I got sucky. Oh my god. There. Also, we're going for Germany. They got quite annoyed at that. This should work now. Both the tanks should start moving. Like right now. Like, right now. Is the tank seriously not working? Germany learned that having a heavy artillery in that area would not work. So they decided to get a lot more riflemen in there to get ready for an insane attack. They wanted to take over this territory because they were going to start a full-out war. Yes, it sounds stupid, but they are. They're gonna start out a full-out war, and this is how they're going to start. They're gonna go with first strike with multiple troops. Well, America has gotten 2 more of the tanks it just previously had. And now has made an M7 Priest. No, I'm just kidding. They have more tanks. They have no tanks. After hearing about that, they decided to take out all tanks and decided to train more mortar people and anti-tank gunners. The anti-tank gunners are going to be assisting the mortarmen, ensuring that they don't go kaplat immediately. And then back here, we have the main base. Here we have an array of troops that were trained to defend this place. They have fixed everything, and now the troops are starting to move in. Since Germany started the war, America made more troops, and America's getting a lot more serious about this. It's gotten a lot more serious, and some of the Germans actually think they might not make it, and I can see why they think that. Look at how many mortarmen there are. I don't think anyone could win against this. Not even an army. Germany brought in its second strike. In case their first strike failed, they had a second strike. But this second strike seems to be failing intensely. And now all they have is a friggin' 4. Oh, dang. This guy got shot twice. And 2 mortar shots. Ugh, oh, gosh. Luckily, this guy's been defended. Oh, frag. Oh, that guy is sad. Oh my god, no. Oh, he got shot to death. The Germans called upon the USSR I'm just making things up here. 1863. Wait, when did World War II start? You know what? Never mind. This game is based on World War II. World War II, Germany has asked for the help of the USSR and their insane attack power, and they brought in a whole bunch of riflemen and this. They brought in one of these thingies and a whole bunch of riflemen and Yep, this is what they did. They called upon the USSR to assist them. That is honestly a little sad. Also, they're dying to their own explosive devices. Literally, like 6 people just died and 6 Germans just died to their own defenses. Oh, look at this smart guy. He's going around. Never mind, he's not smart. He just died. It's better to take the shelter inside the forest, because then you have less chances the gunshots will actually reach you. America might actually fall today because the USSR is coming with a lot of troops. They're losing a lot of mortarmen fast. Oh gosh. The mortarmen are coming in with an array of mortar strikes. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, the USSR and Germany both working together is actually really good. Oh, they're actually really good. America's actually really good at defending. And they lost. America lost. After America's sad loss, they figured out what made them lose. And decided to get the help of an M1 priest. An M7 priest. They decided to get the help of a priest and 6 jeeps. The priest would be defending back at the base while the jeeps would be able to go into the forest. That's what their plan is right now. Hopefully that works. Hopefully they will actually be able to move. Yup, they'll be able to move. Well, 3 of them at least. So, you 3, aren't you gonna move? I'm just gonna sit there and wait. I guess you can be defensive vehicles, or you can also be defensive vehicles, I guess. Dang! The US is going insane with these explosives. Oh, unlucky for them, the USSR is coming in again. Look at this, USSR is just coming in again with their strikes. The USSR, I think, is what helped Germany win, because, well, it might also be the massive troops. Oh, they're definitely gonna lose. This guy literally has a turret and a shooter. This guy could destroy anyone. Oh, look at that massive troop. Boom! Yup, yeah, this tank is gonna win it. This tank's gonna win it for them. Yep, win it! Oh, wait, never mind, that tank died. Dang! They did nothing! That tank did nothing! Oh, it's sad. It is so sad how bad that sucked. Instead of that, they brought even more tanks. Yup, they brought more tanks. Yay. They brought more tanks. Please work, please work. This is the point where America's supposed to win. I'm sorry, America's supposed to win at this point. That small loss of troops at the start is actually very useful for America trooping, but that small loss of troops. And then you have this. These guys are just moving in mid-battle. Mid-battle, these guys are moving in. This guy is just proing out This guy's a pro, never mind, he died. Pro veteran. Oh my god, look at all the mortarmen just sitting here. Dang, look at all, they just all died in 3 seconds. Okay, I think America needs a few more troops. Yeah, now that they're tanks, they should be able to deal a lot more damage. Ooh, they're taking out the frontal defenses. Tanks! Oh, this guy's just going into the side like... Hope it doesn't notice me. Die. He died. He's just trying to shoot him. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm surprised the tanks haven't seen him yet. I mean, if these guys even do get past, which they definitely won't. I mean, look at this. There's so many. Wait. Oh, they lost one tank. Well, one tank. It took them that many troops to lose one, to get them to defeat one tank. I don't think the U.S. is gonna lose this one. Well, after the U.S. brought this array of artillery. It's amazing how they did that. It is amazing how they did that. Look. These two are actually being big brain right here. They haven't noticed these few. I mean, these guys will definitely be killed by the automatics, by the machine gunners by the planted machine gunners, which are just sitting here waiting. These guys are actually pretty weak. I can't lie about that. These guys are pretty weak. These other tanks just can't help. This is what. This over here is where. I can't believe this tank's still on. Okay, well, I'm gonna just come back to you when this is done. It's been like an hour. Yes, I literally waited an hour. It finally ended. America won. America won. Yup, they won. So what happened was those last few people, when they came in after destroying the tanks, which took so long, they got shot down by these things. These things right here. Wait. They took down the first row, and then they got shot down by that. Well, that doesn't matter. So this. The Americans had a little base. The Americans took over this little German town. This little bit of German territory. This was German territory. Was German territory until it got raided and captured by the U.S. And so this is what the U.S. has done. So they evacuated everyone in the city, and now they're waiting for Germany to try and retaliate against them. They have riflemen inside and outside the city. And then they have planted machine gunners that are just supposed to sit there and wait till people start coming, and they're actually supposed to move in further into the town. Oopsies. 1 second. I need to get that building fixed. And they've got only riflemen in the town. Which I say is a pretty big oof on their side, because, I mean, seriously. They set up barricades all over the outside of the town, and then yet again planted machine gunners. Multiple planted machine gunners. You see, after what the U.S. calls the invasion incident, which I don't think is just, you don't just call it the invasion incident. It's not an invasion, but they called it it wasn't called the invasion incident. I was joking when I said that. They called it the forest incident. And from then on, they took this city, and that so they could as a retaliation sign that we will do anything. We will do anything to stop you, you Germans. And this is just the start of the war. I mean, seriously, this war gets insane in the future. Like, this is when the war started. The war started, and yeah, the war started in 7. I think I got my facts wrong. I'm just gonna say it happened in 1739. The war started in 1739 when Germany declared war after attacking a hidden U.S. military base inside of a forest. Once that happened, the U.S. started creating more and more troops and started getting ready for multiple attacks. The U.S. was right when they thought that they would be attacked yet again. And so they continue today. They stole a city from the Germans, evacuated everyone. Not like evacuated, they just forcefully told everyone to leave or else they'll be killed. Even though there aren't civilians. They don't deserve to die. I mean, yeah, they're part of the country, but does that mean they're evil? They're evil just because? You know what, never mind. I'm not gonna get into that. But they had mortarmen placed all around the outside of the city just for defensive purposes. And then they had a massive machine gun area set up. A field of machine guns. And behind that was a whole bunch of riflemen. And 2 tanks. And 2 tanks. Now, the war has just started. I played around a little bit with the startup of the war. There was actually only one battle. Then Germany declared a war, and then they attacked again. There wasn't actually any extremely powerful tanks there. Germany did get its first tank, though, when doing that second attack, because when they learned that America might have a bit more power than them, they decided to, do that. So, this is America's force. America set up this force so they could defeat the Germans. This is actually a really big force. Once the Germans heard about it, oh yeah, also all of that stuff about the USSR, that is really late war stuff. They got their new tanks and a whole bunch of riflemen. This is only the outside of the city. There is no clear path inside of the city. And then they had submachine gunners, two big teams of submachine gunners with 3 assault riflemen behind them. And behind the assault riflemen there were one of them and one machine gunner, and then a specially set up defense with 3 anti-tank gunners and 6 snipers. Let us begin. This is how this war. Look at this. They're already moving in. I'm not even sure if the tanks are gonna move in. Oh, yep, the tanks are definitely moving. Oh, look at that. America's going all out with this. America's got a lot of troops to deal damage with, so I'm not sure if Germany can do this. This is real early war, and Germans don't know too much about America's armed force. I think they're about to learn about that, though. Every single time one of them turned the corner, it just went death. And then dang, they're brutal. And now they're going after these people. They didn't even get to use their tank. They didn't even have to use their tanks. Their tanks are just circling around these rocks. Ooh, look, they're actually doing their job. Oh, wait, some of them are being shot. Oh, they tried. When the Germans learned that their forces were not enough, they got even more. Yes, they didn't just make their forces stronger. No. They just got more forces. They didn't have enough money to make stronger forces, so they just used what they had, and well, they created more units. They got more and more units, and they were planning on a full-scale raid. Now, there are no bombs planted in the city. That will not happen. The city will not, no cities will have bombs planted in them, and America will not actually lose any cities to Germany in any of the late parts of the war, which is kind of sad because Germany would really like to get, after these few battles, Germany would have really liked to get a lot of sweet revenge after that time. And so instead of doing that, they just set up some battles. This is the entirety of the German forces. If Germans don't win with this force, I don't know who can. I don't know how they could, because they don't have enough money for stronger tanks. Now, they are bringing in quite a lot of forces. And, yeah, oh my gosh, they're actually losing forces at an alarming rate. Both of them are losing forces at an alarming rate. I'm serious. Oh, here comes the tank destroyers and the snipers. I think these are legit the only tank destroyers and snipers the Germans currently have. Oh, they just lost so many. Yup, look at that. The German forces couldn't make it. The German forces lost their property this day to the Americans. And then after that, the Germans learned their lesson and got stronger tanks. They had been working on a special tank for quite a while now, and they finally completed it. They came back with their armed forces again after a few days of hard working. Yet again, the Germans lose. The Germans failed so hard. They had to call in for even more fire force. After all of those losses, they still went on. And then they fought another time. They had this was the last of their human forces, last of their forces, and they knew if they had lost this, they would have lost. They would not be able to. They would not be able to survive. They're coming in from both sides. The Americans are going mostly for this side. They might not be able to. Well, America's losing quite a lot of troops at an alarmingly quick rate. Oh wait, nope, here comes their tank. Oh, America's losing. Oh, America still got a lot of defense. And their best tank. And one of their tanks just lost. The tanks are now just circling around the city. After that, America retreated its forces and brought in even more power. They saw how their tanks lost. And so they brought in even more firepower. They brought in a fleet of jeeps. Yes, it's not like a helicopter fleet, it's a jeep fleet. It's a whole bunch of jeeps. All these jeeps. They came from a nearby expedition, but that was so they could fight off the Germans. But ever since that massive loss, yeah, look, this army of Jeep boys is just going in. This is the German War Part 1. Germany versus America. This is only Part 1. After this battle, I'm gonna have to end the video. Oh, the Germans are going in. The Americans also have their fair share of tank and artillery power. Oh my gosh, their massive jeeps is just messed up. Some of their jeeps are actually trying to circle around and they're dying because of that. Oh, look at that. Oh no. Germans are down to the last troops. Which is gonna suck for them because the jeeps are extremely long ranged. See? After that, Germany lost its... So a lot of Germans lost their home that day. Also, a lot of people lost their lives because Germany started a war that they did not know they could win. They thought they could win, but after this battle, I don't think they're gonna be... I think they might surrender at some point. But that is all for today because, well, we can't have more of this. It was insane. War, death, etc. Cannot believe it. Bye.